H.W. Bush has rekindled bipartisan good feeling on editorial pages and just about anywhere else that politics is spoken. President Bush's death also has done what many previously believed was impossible. It's inspired the current occupant of the White House to briefly behave in a way that's presidential, with gracious words and a declaration of an extended period of national mourning. But what becomes undeniably obvious with every bio run about Bush 41 is that stark contrast between these two men. Bush served in the military, treated people with respect and dignity, and put country ahead of party and self time and time again over his half-century in public service, half-century. Over the last 2 years, deviancy has continued being defined down by this current president, his cronies, his supporters, who love telling reporters that they don't care how deviant his behavior becomes. Let's see what happens at Wednesday's memorial service. My prediction is that Trump fakes more respect for families whose unprecedented history of public service has repeatedly belittled. Then he goes back to making a mockery of the very office George Bush and this nation long revered. Just as President Bush's character was set even during his earliest days at Andover with the stories that you all have told, Donald Trump remains the man, think about this, the man he was while avoiding the draft, and then telling Howard Stern on the radio that sleeping around with women in New York City while avoiding sexual diseases was his own personal Vietnam. He said that. As is always the case, the presidency does not shape character. It reveals it in a raw fashion. And that is why we celebrate George H.W. Bush's legacy and fear the next 2 years of Mr. Trump's